After months of hard work, I finally finished my Geometry Dash level. The setting of this level is a world where nature and machinery are trying to coexist. The level is inspired by the song that it uses, which is Hiding in the Blue by DukeGriffinGD. And this level in particular is very special to me, so I wanted to make a video on my main channel about it. Today we'll explore the process of making this level, the choices I made, the inspirations, and we'll also explore the animals and plants that exist in this world. So without further ado, everything about In the Blue. Hiding in the Blue is a song made by the artist DukeGriffinGD. It was made in 2021 as the first song of an album. I chose this song in particular because I have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's one of my favorite songs, and the level starts a bit before the first drop of the song, then cuts it and gets the song up to the last drop. The game modes I chose for the song are the cube, the swing copter, the ship, the spider and the ball. The level starts with the ship, then transitioning to the swing copter, and every drop starts with the spider. Both drops include the swing copter, and I also added ball and cube gameplay here and there to diversify it. But now let's get to the best part of the level, in my opinion. The biggest inspiration for this level was the song itself. I literally kept the exact same colors from the art of the song. I went for a style that doesn't use any glow. I even made custom orbs, portals and pads. And I used simple shapes and recurring themes, such as the saw blades and the floating rocks. Both the pink trees and the floating rocks are of course inspired by the song art. The intro of the level with the ship and the swing copter is a mix between these wooden structures, the saws, and the vegetation. While the spider part of the drop, you're in this sort of factory and you're like going up and down in between the obstacles, you know. Then you go back to the cube and you get to the open part of the level and you spend a lot of time in the blue until you get back to the spider factory again in the second drop, and finally you are surrounded by clouds and the level ends. Now, you may have noticed some animals here and there, so it's time to talk about the flora and fauna of the level. To be completely honest with you, my favorite part of the level is the animals that appear. The level uses most of the machinery and animals as gimmicks. If you don't know what a gimmick is, it's basically a game mechanic. Before looking at the game mechanics though, let's look at the background stuff. The first animal you encounter is the butterfly. This is a monarch butterfly in specific. I had already built most of the level, but one day I was at the park and I saw these beautiful butterflies, and so I just tried to put them in a level, and here they are. I use move triggers to move the wings, and you can usually see butterflies flapping around the little trees because they really like their odor. Another insect you may have noticed is the beetle, but it's not just a normal beetle, it's actually a made-up beetle. These mechanical little fellas were created to fly around and fix every saw that stops working, so you can see them sometimes just you know. Their job is very important because I know it doesn't make sense, but the gears are what keeps the structure floating. Sometimes you may spot lizards around. These small green guys, usually attached to rocks, and kind of just float around. They do this to travel great distances without doing any work because they're lazy like me. Floating around, you will also see the spiky float fruits, which use helium to float around. The birds you can see towards the end of the level make nests on the flying rocks because lizards try to get their eggs from the nests, so they kind of just put nests on the rocks so that they're away from any danger. Now it's time for the best part, the gimmicks. The first gimmick you encounter in the level is the hot air balloon. I got this idea by kind of just making stuff up, and since this level was situated in the sky, I couldn't really find anything that would work, so I thought about water balloons. I made one, and then I was like, wait, I can just make the icon bounce on the top of the other balloon. And that's what I did. I wouldn't recommend touching the mechanical parts though. The next gimmick is the floating blue fruits. They're very bouncy, and every time you hit one of them, it's gonna change your gravity to the opposite side. And you can kind of just whee, you know. These ones in particular are heavily inspired on the bouncy fruits from Rayman Legends. Another gimmick is the... okay, I actually have no idea how to name this, but basically they just push you very high up and then you hit your head and go back. And I made them mostly because they just fit the song very well. But now my favorite gimmick is the sauropod. Sometimes you encounter these big sauropods and you can either jump on their head to bounce, or if they have their mouth open with the spider, you can teleport on their tongue and jump on it. Yeah, it's very complicated, but I had a lot of fun making them. They're probably something like a giraffe titan, and don't have a species in particular. And like the hot air balloon, I was like, what can I do? I wanted to add more gimmicks because I only had done the hot air balloon by then. And I got this idea and I was like, it's too cute not to include it, so I included it. Also, the other floating fruits, the brown one, are actually mechanical, and they were created to so that when a sauropod tries to bite on it, it gets hurt, so it stops going there, but they don't care. They like to hang out in groups and they just stay around there, even if the things might hurt them. Little fun fact, you can spot my icon a couple of times during the level. This is one of the first levels that I decorate from start to finish. I have a lot of side projects that I never complete, but I really cared about this one, and I was hoping that it would make it to the honorable mentions of the Duality Gauntlet contest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that you're gonna play the level. Here's the idea: you can play it on Geometry Dash, and yeah, check out my other levels if you want, and give me feedback, because I really need it. Thanks for watching, and here's the final showcase of the level.
As it goes by, battle scarred my own worst enemy. In the blue, safe between the clouds. In the blue.